If you want to turn into a 7-figure enterprise, a business, a practice that does 7 figures, how do you do it? These are the essential ingredients. And if you're doing $500,000 or 600, 700, 800,000 a year, you're like, I'm almost there. I bet you it's one of these that's not as strong, right? And if you're looking at an office that's not quite there yet, I bet you it's one of these that's not really optimized yet. So, and this is a vision for all of us, right? As we go through and you're trying to reach 7 figures, $1 million a year in your practice, I want you to start thinking about a business with producers and consumers. So a 7-figure practice is always focused on adding producers, adding producers. Here's what I mean. Notice I'm not using dental terminology here, because as entrepreneurs, which all of us are, otherwise you wouldn't be here. And if you're thinking, Ranesh, I'm not really an entrepreneur, I'm a dentist wanting to start an office. But then my suggestion to you is I want you to lean into identifying yourself as an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs are creative, they're problem solvers, they lean in, they don't run away or retract, they figure things out, right? And I know if you're here, that is also part of your ethos. And if it's not perfectly there yet, that's something that you're kind of gravitating or going towards, and it should be. Adding producers. And this is going to help you in so many ways. I had a friend come to me this weekend, and he was like, Ranesh, we're thinking of starting a practice. Me and my buddy are thinking of starting a practice, and we have this dentist, and she's incredible. She wants to see the patients. We just want to be silent owners. The other dentist wants to manage, and I just want to put in the money. So we have a great dentist who wants to see patients, and then we have 2 other people. One wants to manage, and the other one wants to put in the money. So we have the investor, and we have somebody else that wants to just manage remotely. And then we have the dentist that's going to work and see the patients. Let me ask you this. In this scenario, from what I just told you, what are you thinking? Is there a weak point in this equation? Scott's saying thumbs down. All of you, what are you thinking? Put in the comments, what are you thinking when I say, hey, look, we have a dentist that wants to manage, and another dentist that wants to put in the money for the practice, and a third dentist that's going to work it, that's going to be there. What's the weak point in this example? You all should be thinking about this. And there's a reason I'm saying this. The way we all want to look at this as entrepreneurs who are trying to generate an ROI, a return on investment, is how many producers do I have? I got 1 producer and 3 consumers. So I told him, I was like, look, man, you have 1 producer and 3 people that want to eat. That's a problem. Because the 2 people that are hands off, they want to extract income from the same practice. To start a practice, the person that is investing, he or she's going to want income. The person that is managing remotely, they are going to want income, and they're both doctors. And then you have the working dentist, she's going to want income. So you got 3 people that want to eat from the same plate when you have a business that's making 0 because it's a startup. So just by rule number 1, you know that the way to hit $1 million is to add producers. You add producers. You don't start off with 3 people that want to eat. They're consumers. You just don't start that way. So that's rule number 1. If you're going to start your office, number 1 thing is this. And this is the question you're going to ask. Now we're going to just make it a little bit more narrow. And so it's applying to your situation. If you're going to start your practice, whether you're building or buying, you're going to ask yourself, do I have someone that can do my endo? Do I have someone that can do my perio? And you may say, Ranesh, I do the perio. I'm cool. I love surgery. I love suturing. I got the perio. But I'm not that comfortable with endo. Okay. 2 options. Sometimes if you don't know something, it's not how, it is who. If you don't know it, it's not how, it's who. It's not how can I do it, it's who can do it. So then that leads you to the next thing of who can I hire to do my root canals? Not who can I refer my endo to? And most of us, when we get into the practice, we start thinking, oh, I got that endodontist right down the street. I can just refer to them. Oh, I got this person here. I can just refer to them. I got this other individual. I can just refer to them. No, who can I hire to do my endo? Who can I hire to do my OS? It's not who, it's not how, it's who. And that's part of adding producers. The more producers you can add, and you're not going to add them overnight, you're going to create formulas for your producers.